Welcome to Uplift, inspiring stories to uplift the world. I am Gemma Serenity Gorokov, and today we have a exceptional guest. Alma Thomas is miraculously saved from a stroke, and she is still in her hospital bed. And since January 2024, she has already recorded more than 200 episodes on other people platforms, on podcast and video and all kind of things. So when you see her lying in her hospital bed, holding her phone the best she can in order to see you, so that you can see her. But she is absolutely a fighter, a warrior, a blessed angel who is spreading the word of uplifting and inspiration and being a force for good, a beacon of light. So without further ado, Alma, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling fine. I'm excited to be here on today to share my testimony, to be transparent, and, just tell my story.
All right, so let's tell your story. Tell us what happened. Tell us who you are. Tell us who you are going to continue to be.
Well, my name is Vanessa Alma Thomas. I am an author, a motivational speaker, and a grief coach. And my journey began in 2009 when my son passed away. And after my son passed away, he was 18 years old and he had a massive heart attack. April 2009, I was going to unalive myself, not because I wanted to be unalive, but because I wanted to spend my son's first birthday in heaven with him. I was like, when I woke up that morning, I was like, I wonder if my grandmother is singing happy birthday to him, if the angels are preparing him a cake. And then I said, the only person that can spend my child's birthday with him, is me. I made 18 years of his birthday very special. So today won't be any different. And I poured a whole bottle of pills into my hand, and I was gonna unalive myself. And just as I was ready to put the pills in my mouth, I heard a voice say, if you do it, you'll never see him again. And I put the pills back in the bottle and I cried myself to sleep. But I realized then that I needed help. And if you know anything about the African American church and community, mental health is considered taboo. It's all in your head. What happens in this house stays in this house. And it's okay if you go to the doctor and get medication for your high blood pressure or diabetes. But now when you're talking about anxiety and depression, it's all in your head. So I was going to church Sunday after Sunday, and I was leaving with these same issues and thoughts in my head Sunday after Sunday. And people would tell me that at least my son is in a better place. And being a minister, I believe that heaven is a better place. But I would think in my mind, let little Johnny or little Susie go to the better place. And then tomorrow you tell me if the better place is in their empty bedroom or that empty dining room chair that they'll never sit in again. You tell me if it's the better place. And they would tell me, oh, my 98-year-old grandfather had a massive heart attack and survived. And I would be thinking, wow, your grandfather was 98. Why did God save him but took my 18-year-old son? And I decided that I needed help. that despite what the community says, despite them thinking that it's all in my head because you can't see the symptom, I had to talk to somebody. And I went to EAP, which is the mental health piece at my job. And I was able to go through the stages of grief. And I knew the stages of grief because I majored in psychology, minored in psychology in school, but it's different than going through the stages and reading about the stages. Is two different things. And I was able to identify what things triggered me. Know it was okay to say no, that you couldn't do something because it would trigger something in you. And so eventually I was able to turn my pain into passion because I started a scholarship in my son's honor. And to date, I've given out 17 scholarships with money raised just for me and my family and friends. It's called the Untitled Thomas Friends and Family Scholarship. Excuse me. Then after that, you're like, okay, that's a hard blow to take, burying your child. Then after that, the apartment that I lived in, somebody else's apartment caught on fire, and they condemned the whole row of apartments. Now I find myself homeless and going through the system after working all my life, and they placed me at a bedbug motel and I couldn't stay there. So I moved in with my mom, who has a 1-bedroom senior citizen apartment, and we stayed there until I found something. Then then I get married and find out, before the wedding, he was so nice and so sweet, and oh my goodness, I found the man of my dreams. I'm getting married. I get married, and the very next day, I was like, who did I marry? I found out that he was a substance abuser and he was addicted to crack cocaine. And not only did he have addiction, but he was in denial. So you can't help someone who's in denial. And then on April 23rd, 2021, I suffered a massive stroke. My right side was affected. My right hand, I can't write with it anymore. And I'm a writer. So I began be like, okay, how am I gonna write? And then everybody was suggesting use voice to write, use the voice thing. But that kept making mistakes, and I would have to go back and try to find a mistake. And that would be very frustrating. So before the stroke, I wrote 2 solo books and about 20 anthologies. I was a part of about 20 anthologies. After the stroke, I've been a part of about 10 anthologies, and I've written 3 books, and I'm in the process of writing my 4th. But I wrote it with one finger on my left hand on this telephone that I'm talking on. So what I want people to know that you can go through some bad things. You can have some terrible things happen in your life, but you don't have to have a pity party. You don't have to see. I had a choice. I could be better or I could be bitter, and I chose to be better. I embrace the things that I can still do and accept the things that I can't, because according to see on April 23rd, 24th, 23rd, they gave me a 1% chance of living and a 99% chance of dying. When you face odds like that, you can't put your purpose on pause. You have to do today whatever it is. If you want to go back to school, take one class. If you want to start a business, get an EIN number. Just take one step forward, because I refuse to give up, give in, or give out. I compare my life to that clown, you know, the one that you throw the ball at really hard and the clown goes all the way down. And just before you're ready to claim your grand prize, that clown pops back up again. Well, they put something back in that clown to make it bounce back up again. Well, God has something in me I call the bounce back spirit. Life has threw some very hard balls at me that I went down almost to the ground. But just before I was ready to give up, just before I was ready to throw in the towel, wave the white flag, I bounced back up again. I have that bounce back spirit. I refuse to give up on my dreams. I refuse to lay here in my bed and have a pity party. Woe is me, because according to scientists, I'm not supposed to be talking right now. My cognitive skills are supposed to be affected. See, when you have a stroke on your right side, or your language is supposed to be affected, your speech is supposed to be affected, but I can still give glory to God. I can still tell of the goodness of God. I still teach Bible school once a week. I still go on conferences and seminars to let people know that you've had some bad days, you had some bad chapters, but you've given up. Don't give up. Don't allow life to pass you by. See, what the cemeteries are full of unfulfilled potential, failed dreams and visions. Don't die with your dream inside of you.
I mean, wow. Alma, you truly, truly enlighten, empower, inspire with your words. Thank you. And by the way, I don't know if everybody knows that, but Alma means soul. So your name is Soul. How
Yeah.
amazing is that?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your story, for sharing that encouragement, for showing up from your hospital bed, lying down, holding with your left hand, knowing that you are a right-hand writer and a right-hand person with all the right side not working properly following that stroke. So, I mean, you are absolutely amazing, inspiring in so many ways. And thank you for reminding all of us who are throwing pity parties to just say, hey, you know what? You can have it so much harder. Get up and go. Get up and go. Just accomplish what you have on your heart and do not let yourself be thrown off track because, oh, that and that and that happened. Okay, and you still have a purpose. You still have a direction. You accomplish what you set out to do. Done. Boom. Thank you, Alma, for speaking into all of that. And the other things I really want to emphasize, mental health is as important as physical health, because mental health is the origin of anything going wrong in the body or going right in the body. What we think, we become. Therefore, when we have something like anxiety or depression or any other disorders, we actually metabolize those disorders in our bodies because society only recognized, not only, but most people only can see what goes wrong in the physical body, but there is so much more than our physicality. There is the origin, there is the pain, there is the grief, there is the unresolved trauma. There is so many things that goes before being able to say in the body, oh, you got a stroke. Okay, and why? Why did you get a stroke? Interesting. What did you eat? What did you think? What was your life before? Oh, you lost your son. Oh, yeah, that can actually interrupt a lot of things in your life if you let it be. That can throw you off track like so bad. but you chose to change the purpose and the meaning of your life by being such a alive testimonial. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me and allowing me to be transparent. And if I could say one more thing to your audience, it would be, do you remember when you were in school and people would dare you to do something and your mother would say, why you do that? And you're like, because they dared me. Well, on today, I am double dog daring the audience to reach deep inside to those dreams that they thought they could never have and awaken the dreamer in you. I dare you to dream again.
Alma, you give me goosebumps. Thank you. Thank you.